I continue to learn about myself and I, try to evolve. It's really about balance of life and work for me right now, and I've gotten way better at doing that than I used to be when I was in my early 20s, just 90 to nothing. And I've learned that I'm so much better friend, daughter, wife. I'm a better artist. I just am better at life when I give myself a little bit of a break. I think finding happiness and being at peace with yourself it's a long journey, as we all know, but I've really gotten to a great place, and I have an amazing husband and a beautiful farm outside of Nashville, and we have a place in New York where we go visit my stepson, and I feel like I want to make sure I make time for all those spaces and those moments that I just mentioned, because it's the most important thing. Country music is what I do and what I love, and it's a huge part of my life, but if anything I learned in the last couple of years, it's not who I fully am. And so I think learning that and spending a lot more time doing life stuff and with my husband and my friends and family has been super high on the priority list. I used to make lists of goals for this year or next year, whatever, or decades. We'll sit down and brainstorm about that stuff, but I've noticed my goal list when I start to make them are a lot more life-oriented than they ever were, when it used to just really lean hard on career side. And I think a lot of that comes with just, I've done it for a long time now, and I've really hit most of the goals I set, so that's a really cool place to be. I'm very blessed for that. My husband and I were pretty much newlyweds when the world shut down, and so, it was actually a huge blessing in our relationship. We got to just spend some really good time together, like not running crazy, not on the road. He jumped right into this lifestyle, and he's a very positive person and gung-ho for anything, but it was really nice to just we spent most of it out at my farm, which an hour from Nashville, and taking a New Yorker straight to the woods for like a year. There was a learning curve, but then it was really a great time to spend, and we spent a lot of time with friends and family during that time as well, and so I'm really thankful for that. I don't think I ever would have taken that time had I not been forced to. Once I'm refreshed and have a break, like I start rolling on a million other ideas, and I wrote 3 records, and I have a lot going on, but I'm glad to be busy and that it all starts with the music. That the records have led to all these other opportunities, especially in this season right now. I was telling my manager the other day, it's like it kicked into high gear. I'm on tour, I have the Vegas residency, everything's happening at once, but I think that, that I feed off the energy because my art led us here, and that was my whole goal to start with when I was, a little girl. So I feel very blessed and lucky, even though I'm a little bit tired.
That's it. That's beautiful.
I'm still working on my list of professional goals for the next decade. I kind of like to do like a this year trajectory and then like a 10-year trajectory. That's kind of how I work with my team, and I haven't completed that yet. I think Vegas is something that I didn't have on my goal list, but it should have been. I missed it, and so, because now that I have the residency, I feel like that's definitely a place where I want to be landing right now, and so I'm really excited about that. And I got to write a song called Y'all Means All for Netflix for Queer Eye, which I loved, and so more of that probably is on my list, being commissioned to write for this specific thing. It was really fun and it was a challenge. LGBTQ community is so important to me, and I would have been louder about it if I knew I could do better before I was as loud as I was. But I had a song called All Kinds of Kinds a long time ago. It's always been part of my journey and my story, and because my brother and his husband have taught me so much about just learning, about what's cool, what's not cool, and teaching me more about people. All kinds of kinds in general is the way we should live, because that's just, this is my favorite moment of my show, is when we all just put our hands up in the air and sing that song. So when the Y'all Means All opportunity came, it was just another moment for me to get to speak out about something that I really care about, and that if I can help somebody by doing so, of course I want to.